guys, it's Demi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having a great day. So today's video is very chill. I'm actually in my jammies, so you know, you can't get more chill than that.
I wish I put mine on.
That's kind of dark. Well, it's not, but it's alright. Anyway, as you can see, I have Mum over. She's had her tea here and we're going to have a bit of a craft night. If you don't know, I got into crafts last year. My mum's always been very crafty and DIY, haven't you?
Oh, I love it.
You do?
I've never done this.
No, you've never done scrapbooking?
I've collected things for to do this, but never ever got round to using them, or just collected them because I've seen them in the second-hand shops or something like that, but never used them.
Yeah, I got into scrapbooking last year and I cannot tell you how addictive it is. Like, if you're looking for a little hobby that doesn't have to cost a lot, I found so many supplies in charity shops, newspapers. Yeah, my mum's the best. Well, if you watch my What I Got for Christmas haul and seeing how much amazing stuff my mum found, it's crazy. So I've gifted Mum a little scrapbook because I thought you could try our own scrapbooking. We'll also have some paper in front of her here because we might make some cards. I've been wanting to make a card for a while, and my Nana's birthday's next month, even though Nana does watch my videos, so Nana don't watch. Anyway, so me and Mum had rearranged this night a few times because Mum got getting sick. But she's good now, aren't you?
Been bad since New Year.
Yeah, I know. But she's good now, so we're going to sit and have a chill. And we're just going to craft. It's going to be very light-hearted. I've always said to anybody who watches my scrapbooking videos that to you it might look like shit, but it's what you feel at the time, and you've just got to like not let it. Like, I've always felt with DIY, it has to be of a certain standard.
Like a diary.
Well,
because
you can't read this one, but this one is my diary, and haven't I always had a diary as a kid, right? But this is a different style of diary. This one, it's very secretive, actually has designed pages in it, so it's called like a bullet journal. So some days I want to write, so if I do want to write, there's writing in here. Some days I don't want to write.
It's like a mood, so you could call it really a mood book.
Yeah,
because depending on that day or that week,
how you feel and what you're doing. Like, if you look, some days I just want to do something like that, where I say that we viewed our first wedding venue and it's just like a little decor page. Some days I want to actually write
personal feelings.
Yeah, and I love this book. Like, look at that one I done the other day. They're cute.
They're good to look back on.
Can you look impressed? I've done this one for the start of February.
Is he reading this page?
No, you can't read. You owe me something.
What? What?
My book.
Oh yeah, actually I have got through that.
Have you done it?
But I haven't finished it completely.
Because I still need it off you, and I still need it off Grandma. Yeah. Nana and Dad returned them. Yeah. So time is ticking, Andrea.
Yes. I need some ideas on what to craft.
You don't. Right. So how you get your ideas? I'll do a scrapbook page as well. We'll both start on a scrapbook page. You literally, guys, look at how thick mine is. It's literally nearly full, this one. But
you don't need a theme.
No. Find a paper, a pattern, or a supply you like.
It has to mean something to me though.
It doesn't. That's where I think, this is what I was going to say before. For me, right, I've never ever liked any DIY because I've always felt it had to be a certain standard. It had to mean something, but you can craft just because it's therapeutic.
Christ, if I was to craft my mind, I'd end up with a...
Find something you like. So find a paper you like from the paper supplies. Or a sticker. We'll do a butterfly themed one. You love butterflies. They're all the butterfly stickers I have. So rummage through the sticker books, the papers.
Yes, I'm going to do like a garden theme, I think.
A garden. There's your theme. Actually, I did once. I did a, oh there, fairy garden.
That's mine.
I did that one dedicated to me mum. It was a little fairy garden theme. I think I sent you a picture of it when I did it, didn't I? It says, magic is all around us. You have to believe it to see it. It's very something you would say.
It is.
If you don't believe, you won't see. Somebody, Katie, has asked, how do you think Demi is like you, and how do you think Demi's different?
Me and Demi definitely don't have the same sense of humour, because I'll giggle at crap shit. Basically, I'll think something's hysterically funny about farts or smells or stupid stuff, and she thinks it's disgusting. She'll turn her nose up. Impressions.
I don't think it's disgusting. I just don't find it funny.
No, so that's really... No, I haven't got the same sense of humour. Like, she thinks Miranda's funny.
I do quite like Miranda. I love like...
Where me, I'm more like Catherine Tate.
No, I love Catherine Tate. And Little Britain I love. So I do like them.
Little Britain, Miranda,
Catherine Tate's funny though. I do like. Do you like Megan McIntyre?
I can't stand her. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. But Catherine Tate, I love her. My favourite character is Nurse Bernie.
Oh, see, I like Nurse Bernie, but it's got to be the grandmother for me.
No.
What a fucking liberty.
What a fucking liberty.
Or the girl that when the toast pops and she goes,
she screams at everything.
yeah, I love that. But I do like Catherine Tate.
Oh, I love Catherine Tate.
Right, so that's what, we're not the same. We don't have the same sense of humour. What do you think we're alike on?
Animals. We both love animals. Family life. We both love, like, we're families, and that's what comes first. We're families. We look out for our family. You can sometimes, like, look at and stare at people, and I'll say to you, stop staring, and you don't even know you're staring. But I've always tried to teach us not to judge people. Because I don't judge people. I don't care what background they've got unless I've walked in their shoes.
Do you think I do?
You can sometimes be judgmental.
Yeah.
But I probably was at your age.
Yeah.
It's not until you get older though, and then you realise, like, bitchiness and life's too, you realise that life's very precious. And like now people say, 51, I'm Jessie, and I'm lucky to get to this age because half of my friends are buried, you know, through different routes of took in life, or just through ill health, or, but no, I would never judge anybody on their life.
Does your mum want you to have kids?
It's personal choice. To me, I look at them two dogs, my Luna and my Henry, as my granddogs.
We're very dog family orientated.
They're my granddogs, and somebody's even said to me once, God, Andrea, if your Demi or Brad ever had kids,
how would you be?
you're absolutely, like, besotted with the dogs. So what would you be like with the kids? Probably just the same. But what my biggest regret would be that you would regret it later in life.
So you'd worry more that I would regret it?
Because I do know now when Demi sees children, she'll go, oh, they're lovely. But the face doesn't say it, mind.
I love my goddaughter Maya though, you know.
Yes, I know you do.
Honestly, right guys, so me and Sean actually got asked to be godparents for one of his best mates' children. She's called Maya. She's beautiful. I'm actually going out with her and her mum on Thursday. And mum will tell you that's the first child I've been around and close to, really.
And actually held.
And held multiple times. And I love her. Like, you know, when I'm holding her, there's something, I don't know if it's because, like, obviously they've allowed her to be part of her life from being a baby, so it's just the first connection to a baby I've had. But, like, I look at her little face and her features and her hands, and I do love her. Whether I want to push one out my own fanny's a different story, but I do think she's gorgeous. I appreciate her more than I've ever appreciated a baby in my life, if that makes sense. And I always think maybe the thing with me not wanting kids is because I just haven't been around them. Apart from Brad.
But you have though, because
who? Oh, but I did childcare.
No, but you did have kids, but they were more like, they were all your age, because there's all like your cousins like Jake, right? I always had them.
I was a kid then as well, so I mean, as an adult,
even Bethany, you were all friends, you were all children yourself.
But as an adult, I haven't really been around them, have I?
See, where I was always the babysitter.
Well, you were like, you were always very maternal, I think, but I just don't have it naturally, I don't think. But Kirsten, actually, Maya's mum, said that she was never really a massive one for kids.
Well, you know, until you have your own,
yeah,
nobody can tell you.
It's just different.
But you see, I was always babysitting, so I always loved kids. I loved the company of kids.
Always said to you, even, like, it's not the fact that I've made a definite decision. It's just at this current point they're not something I want. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so what would you do if you fell pregnant?
I don't know. It would be quite a hard thing for us to go through, because I really don't know at this point. Because I think I'm in a age situation and, you know, financially, house-wise, to be able to have a child. But mentally, I'm not there. I'm far too immature. Do you know what I mean?
Though, you think that though, but a pregnant kid can sometimes mature you.
I know, but then I'm not ready to be mature. I like being a kid. I like being a big kid. I am sometimes like immature.
I was going to say, I was 24 when I had you.
Yeah. I don't know. It would be a situation if it happened. But you'll be the first to know, so don't worry. But yeah, it would be I don't know what I would do, to be honest, because I feel like, you know, when I was younger, and like, because I've been with Sean so long, when I was younger I would be like, well, I would just have an abortion because I wouldn't be ready. But especially when I lived with you, I never would have had a kid. But
would you though? You just
I don't know. Even if I'd been put in that situation, going through with something like that's much different talking about it, so I don't know what I would have done. I've just been lucky where the fact it's never happened and I've never had to be in that situation, you know.
She mustn't do it.
Wow, I've got the implant, man. It's good stuff there. Well, it has been for me, touch wood. Oh, what's your man's thoughts on kids, boyfriends, girlfriends sleeping over when they're still young?
If they're underage, no.
Yeah, so over 16.
Oh, it'd have to be older than that.
I was 16 with Sean.
I bet you've been with Sean a while.
I hadn't at 16. We got together when I was 16.
I bet he wasn't staying over at 16.
He was.
He wasn't?
He was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh well, it sounds like that then, doesn't it?
He was allowed. Oh, thank you. You cut that for me.
Oh, if they're underage, nah, no way.
No.
Nah, no way. And it wouldn't... If I thought that they were just gonna out rough or sleep in the park and that, no way. I'd rather know what they were doing.
Everyone has their own reasons for making decisions like that, don't they?
Yeah, and as long as you brought your kids up to believe, like, you know, to still respect the person they're with and also the house they live in, then I think... I'm saying though, I would hate to just wake up through the night, go to the toilet and somebody's coming out the bathroom.
Bit of a light-hearted one. What's both of your drinks on a night out?
Either Copperberg mixed fruits.
What's yours, Andrea? Actually, do you want to see a lovely little video of what Andrea? Yeah. If you don't follow us on TikTok, well, you'll not have seen it.
Because I've been bad since the beginning of, well, the beginning of December was the last time I was out.
Yeah.
I had no drinks over Christmas and none over New Year because I was very poorly. But I suddenly made a miraculous recovery last week. But the only reason I drank the Jack Daniels is I was due to have a tooth out, and to kill the pain, because the tickets were already paid for to go to this do, I decided to have double Jack Daniels to kill the pain in my tooth. One was very merry.
This is a little video I compiled. So, yeah.
So I'm on the mend.
So, what, you answered yours. Mine would be, I love a beer, I love a pint to start with, a bit of Stella or Moretti. Oh, once the beer's bloating is a bit too much, I move to a gin and tonic. Very basic, but I love a gin and tonic. What's a bad habit that you wish you could shake?
Eating cream cakes.
Eating cream cakes?
And reading my phone late at night.
That's quite bad, isn't it?
But I read it because I can't get to sleep.
But then it just stops you getting to sleep when you might fell asleep, doesn't it? Sean says my bad habit, I mean, it doesn't piss me off at all, doesn't annoy me, but it annoys him.
When I wouldn't annoy you.
When I go to the toilet, I leave the door open. He hates it. He comes and shuts the door. But I don't see why it's a big deal, really. Do you think that's bad?
Have you not seen your touche before, like?
Nah.
Oh,
Clean
well.
ups for virgins. Do you have a favourite thing about each other?
I love everything about you, but probably because we've got but probably because we've got a relationship like me and I have.
Oh,
I love your generosity towards friends. About having fun in life and making the most of life and travelling and, you know,
outgoingness. Am I outgoing?
Having like a steady life as well, but it's not like just because you don't have children and that's not like a raggy life. Raggy life. You know what I mean? Like down to the pub and getting like plonked every night. Like you might, but like it's a stable.
I've got it. What is it, like a good balance? I know what you mean.
A good balance.
Yeah. Still like getting pissed though.
I still like getting pissed.
My favourite thing about you is, you know what, I've said this all the time, but for me, I feel so grateful that I woke up, that I was born into a relationship with a parent that I could tell anything to, because I see other relationships and like I think when you can't speak to your parents, if you don't have someone else, like a good friendship group or anything, like who do you speak to? Do you know what I mean? And some people don't have that, so I feel very, very lucky that you've been the type of parent where I could literally ask you anything, and guys, literally nothing is off limits. I asked
even
her anything.
Even for your friends, like, I didn't want to name names, but you know who you met not long ago you bumped into.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, she used to always like talk to me, do you know what I mean? Like when she was a bairn as well, because she obviously knew, you know.
I think you've just always like wanted me to have that relationship, so you've always like, even with Brad, and I know it's a different relationship.
Do you know why I think though? Because like I had parents who who are very, not my mum, but my dad was very strict and that, and lived by the law. And always used to say, I'm never going to live on edge, have my kids living on edge of what they say or what they can or can't say without being shouted at or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I just wanted that openness that if they needed to talk to us, whether it be sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever, that they could.
Yeah.
Because I give birth to them. Kids think their mothers didn't even know what they're going through. Hey man, we've been there, read it, but what kids just don't know. If there's going to be one person that's going to have their back, it's going to be their mum if they're that close.
Like, I just love the fact that that's how you've been, because then it just means I've always had someone to talk to.
This is not being frightened to ask or nothing, do you know what I mean?
No.
Because
I think that's the thing, like, we've just grew up where nothing's off limits to ask or talk about.
I had been like that with my mum, but
Yeah.
times were different when I was younger.
Yeah, I think,
Plus
I
social
think you and
media
Nana
and-
are probably closer now than you were when you were kids.
Oh, I was still closer and ask your nana or say anything, nothing would shock your nana.
Yeah.
Plus I think the way I am, it's just got no option.
Even Grandad though, I think the way you are, Grandad's like...
Now, compared to when I was a kid, me and your granddad are very, very
Close now. Oh, we've lost a light. If Andrea didn't call you Demi, what 3 other names would you have picked? One of them I know and I hate it.
Me and the dad were adamant that we're having this name, but you know when she's born you just look at them and you think no she's not. It was actually named Demi because of Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Because our dad liked Demi Moore. But originally since I found out I was pregnant, if it was going to be a girl, she was going to be called Bianca.
I'm sorry if that's your name, but it's just not a bit of me.
I don't even know, I didn't even like the character, but it was just like, I thought, oh, I can hear me shouting, Bianca! Bianca! And then as she was born, it was like,
I just
no.
can't get away with that name. Like, I don't love it.
Bianca, or I'll tell you another name it was going to be, Sinead. Because I do like Sinead, but she has a cousin called Sinead, and I think that was the reason why, and plus Sinead O'Connor, the singer who I like.
Yeah.
And I think that was the reason. And I can't think of a third name that was on the...
I know if I was a boy, I was going to be Connor, wasn't I?
Yeah, Connor.
The next one is, who is both your celeb crushes? Mine is Tom Hanks.
Eminem.
Someone's put, will your man be a bridesmaid?
Making a fucking funny this.
Man will be the mother of the bride.
How about to be?
But you don't be bridesmaid, your man, do you? Your parents don't be a bridesmaid.
And as somebody who was a godmother for their own grandchild.
But you wouldn't ask your man to be a bridesmaid, would you? I mean, I've never heard of that before.
Not?
Why not? Oh, it would be maid of honor.
No, I want to wear one of them fuck off hats. I want to wear a big hat.
Are there things that you still want to do together that you've not done yet?
A concert together.
Yeah, we've done. Yeah, I'd like to do that concert.
White eyeshadow.
What are you most proud of Demi?
Having her own mind. That's what I like.
You like?
Having her own mind. Nobody will swear. And I'm more proud that...
Basically because she's a twat.
No, I'm proud that she took on doing social media, because at the time everyone was like, oh, are you sure she had a job? Are you sure? And I just said to her, look, you're still at home. You've got now to lose. If it didn't work out, you've still got a roof over your head. You can still come home every night. You've got a bed to sleep in. But go for what you want. Don't let anybody stop you doing. You might have 5 people say don't do that and 1 people say go for it. Go follow your heart and just, I've always said, well, follow your heart and go with your heart. And if you never ever try anything, you'll never know.
Will you? And I mean, for
Look
me,
at all the opportunities that you could have lost.
I know. Like for me, it was one of the best things.
And considering Demi was very shy, taking that path down social media was the biggest slip of all. And if she couldn't have done that, then at least she can't say she didn't try and wonder for years. Or I wish I'd never listened to such and such. She'd done it off her own back. You'll still ask people, and she'll still ask me.
Yeah, I do like to get opinions,
and
but I think ultimately, look at that paper Grandma gave us. Like vintage, like tulip.
Oh, where'd you get that?
Don't know, she had it years from the eggs. We're going to do a quick fire few of who is most likely to. So it's not a question, there'll be a statement and we'll have to say who's most likely to, me or you.
Right.
Right?
Is that a sticker or is it a...
Out there they're all stickers, so it will peel. Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
So who's most likely to go on a ghost hunt? Ma'am, sure. Ma'am believes.
Believe it or not, whoever's just asked that, I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to go on one because I've seen it advertised, but I thought you'll not.
I would, I just don't believe, but I would go. I'd like to see what
the shit's out of it. Right, okay.
So we'll go on one.
Oh, I love that. I love it.
Who's most likely to go on a reality TV show?
Her.
Me.
Not me.
I would love it. Like Big Brother.
Oh, no. And I couldn't go on Gogglebox, you know why? Because every bug has feet on view. And mind, I do like how they've always got food.
Yeah. Who's most likely to wake up from a night out and forget the entire night?
Me.
Probably Mum. I'm a bit better.
You
It
do.
could be either of us, but I think you. Well, to be
Well, a couple
fair.
of weeks ago, put it this way, I couldn't remember getting home.
Yeah, but to be fair, that time at the theatre I couldn't. Could be both.
Could be both.
Could be both.
Nah.
Who's most likely to speak to the manager?
Me. Both of us?
No, you. I'm not a Karen. It's you. You would.
Manager.
You'd be like, I am going to speak to your manager.
Oh, I do.
Right, we've got a few more of these to get through. Who's most likely to book a last minute holiday?
Demi.
Me. I do that quite often. Who's most likely to win in an argument?
Me.
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 Me. I'll shoot
Because
you
you
down
just,
every time.
no, you shout and get angry. I come up with valid points.
I don't. I start talking like real grit. And then
No.
they just shut up.
Mum shouts and get angry and then she goes, I don't want to speak to you.
No.
Get out my way.
Demi just won't. Demi's got her point of view and only her point of view. Nobody else's point of view matters. She will not listen to anybody's point of view. I've won.
No.
One to me.
It's me. Okay? Me. Me.
Me.
Me. Who's most likely to get kicked out of a club? Could
Me.
be either, but probably you. I'd say
Why?
you.
Because I've been to the manager to complain.
Get the fuck out.
About the price of drinks.
Anyway, we're going to end this video here because we have talked for quite a while because Mum doesn't know when to stop.
It's because I've never seen you for a long time, innit?
I haven't seen you, so I'm looking at a camera.
Never seen myself for a while.
I know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you would like more videos with my Mum, then give this one a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And we're going to carry on with a little bit of crafting and we'll see you very shortly for another
I'll
one.
show you my book soon.
Bye.